You'll be pleased to hear that the Yellow Jackets have offered us an assignment. After taking on more than we'd bargained for with our previous clients, we are hoping this one will turn out to be relatively straightforward. We haven't heard what it entails yet, but I'll bet it's something important. A man called Futag has arranged to meet us in Bulwark Hall. Let's go and see what he wants. Vi så kör vi the Lalas. Lalas sind so... Nee. Underredex, okay. Lalas. Thank you for coming at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. We want you to protect Goldwaits, who was until recently leader of the Flaming Mongrels. They were once a gang of raiders, but eventually settled in Lvln to extort and rob their way to a position of considerable influence in the criminal underworld. That all ended when Goldwaits turned himself in. No one saw it coming, not even the other Flaming Mongrels. He is due to give testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence, and not just about the crimes that he committed himself either. All of the gangs he had dealings with have ample reason to silence him before he spills his secrets. He's currently being held in Morebi Dry Docks. Your job is to see that he reaches Limsa in one piece. So, you want us to act as a bodyguard to a criminal? I don't like the sound of that. We'd be protecting the information that is in his head, which could be used to bring countless other lawbreakers to justice. It sounds like a worthwhile cause to me. It is, and before you ask why we were hiring outsiders, it's to avoid attention. If I pull too many Yellow Jackets from their posts, the gangs will figure out what's going on. Better to give them the impression that it's business as usual while using professionals like you to escort him in secret. We will need to secure the route, so I'll go ahead and see to the preparations. Come and find me at the dry docks when you're ready. Before we begin, we should find out more about his Goldwaits. While it's important to place our trust in the client, I don't want to repeat the mistake we made last time. If the rumors are true, the Flaming Mongrels are involved in most of the money lending and extortion that goes on in the city. Goldwaits was at the center of this web, overseeing every aspect of the clandestine activities. Now that he has finally found the decency to give himself up, I imagine that his former associates would rather he kept quiet concerning their dealings. Oh yes, everybody has heard of the Flaming Mongrels. Their modus operandi is to offer loans, increase the interest to the extent that their mark has no hope of ever paying it back, and then forcing that poor soul to obey their every whim. Shot. I'm not at the liberty to discuss an ongoing investigation. I can say, however, that many Yellow Jackets believe heartless curs like Goldwaits deserve nothing less than death. He and his rogues have left only tragedy and despair in their wake. Mercy would be a waste. I see. Mercy would be a waste, eh? Teilstes Volksstoff da. Aber ich kann da gerade schnell... nein, nicht da. Weiter vorne. Ja, ich komme gerade. Repeat. Repeat. Did you hear anything useful? Blah 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 blah. Yes, it's just as Futag said. Gulvet certainly has a lot of enemies on the both sides of the law. Radwan, it's not too late to refuse. Think about what you're doing. Trust me, I have. Now let's say no more on the matter. We have a job to do. Ora by Trokrendox. All set? Good. Then it's time to bring out the prisoner. I present Goldwait's Scourge of Lvln. His life is in your hands now. Guard him well. Thank you kindly. Are you sure you've got the right man? Quite sure. Now listen carefully. This is important. We've scouted the road ahead and we've spotted a group of unsavory figures lying in wait. The plan is to put them down and rush past before anyone realizes what's happened. Well, if that's how you prefer us to handle it, very well. But we'll need someone to take the lead and cut through their ambush. I chose you for that role, Ryu. Show me how far you've come as a gunbreaker. The rest of us will stay close to Goldwaits and fend off any that try to flank us. Futag, I give you my word that we'll get him to Lvln, even if I have to carry him there. We're depending on you, Ryu. Once you've cleared the path, we'll be right behind you. We'll regroup on at Ocean's Embrace and assess the situation before moving on. I'd go with you if I could, but my first responsibility is to keep Goldwaits alive for Radwan's orders. Cutting a swath through enemy lines, striking where they are most vulnerable before they have a chance to counterattack. This is where gunbreakers excel. Don't push yourself too hard. If things take a turn for the worst, fall back. I appreciate what you're doing for me, lad. Weiß ja nicht. Irgendwie wird ich da nicht ganz sauber mit dem. Kill him! Yeah, you're gonna piss the foolish, the foolish, the fool. You're gonna piss the fool, und das ne Pitzli. A pretty poor attempt at an ambush without the element of surprise there, nothing. It's very impressive, but I'll save my thanks until we reach Limsa if you don't mind. I bring bad news, I'm afraid those men weren't here to ambush you. They were only lookouts. The bulk of the enemy force lies ahead. I'll take the prisoner to a safe hiding place until those rogues have been dealt with.
Raju du alter sneesmuffler, wie geht's wie steeds du kaputerwagen?
Heilige Bäumbam. Hi, Caro. Wie geht's, wie stehst du kaputter Wagen? Ja, es tut weh, aber es funktioniert. Why wasn't I informed sooner? Na, wie geht's dir denn so? Ebenfalls noch kaputt oder rollt der Wagen wieder? We only just received the information ourselves and to take the prisoner into custody while you are to return to your post until further notice. As for the Erlings, their services are no longer required. Nö, bei mir ist der V8 wieder da. Warframe Event Weekend, jawohl, stimmt, ist eigentlich... Stimmt, kommt mit allen Prime-Mods. Ja. Now hold on a moment. Look, if you got a problem, take it up with the commandeer Rainer. They're his orders, not mine. Ich und wir haben heute aber noch was vor. Ja, auf jeden Fall, wenn das so ist. Alright, you made your point. Noch eine halbe Stunde und dann, ja. Well, that's that. I suppose, nevertheless, I'll see that you receive the full amount as agreed. It was a pleasure working with you. Something about this doesn't add up. Surely it would make more sense for Futak to go with him. Besides, our agreement was to see Goldwitz to Lvln, and that's exactly what I intend to do. You two come with me. It looks like the shoe's on the other foot this time, so I can hardly refuse. Come on, before he does something we'll regret. Ich und du haben noch sehr viel vor heute Abend.